Hey everybody, what is going on? It's Lazarus here, bringing you another MLB The Show 17 video, and we are going to be going over who I think will be getting upgraded in the next roster update. And by this time, I think you guys know the drill, so we're not going to waste any time, and we're going to get straight into the upgrade candidates. The first player on our list is Yankees catcher Gary Sanchez, who in his last 7 games has been hitting .313 with a .353 on base, a slugging of .688 with 4 homers and 10 RBIs. Now, obviously, he was a big part in that scuffle versus Detroit, but that hasn't necessarily slowed him down hitting-wise at all. Since he's already a gold, I don't really see him going up too much, maybe +1. I doubt +2, but he's someone who maybe could go diamond even next year. We'll just have to wait and see. Next up, we have Eric Hosmer of the Kansas City Royals, who in his last 7 games is hitting .391 with a .462 on base, a slugging of .565, 1 homer, and 5 RBIs. Hosmer's another guy who I don't think will be getting a huge upgrade, probably a +1 at best, due to him already being a gold, but he will be getting an upgrade nonetheless. Our next player is Cardinals second baseman Kolten Wong, who has been kind of getting back on the radar after falling off for a few years. In his last 7, he's hitting .375 with a .423 on base, slugging of .667, 2 homers, and 3 RBIs. His batting average is also up over 300 on the year, so I could definitely see him getting upgraded as he's not a good overall in the game, and he's been playing well enough to deserve an upgrade. Next up, we have Jorge Polanco on the Minnesota Twins, and he's the guy who I feel like has really not got much recognition, but he's definitely having a very solid season. In his last 7 games, he's hitting .360 with a .385 on base, a slugging of .760, 2 homers, and 5 RBIs. And these stats are good enough to definitely warrant him getting an upgrade. How much? I'm not exactly sure on this one, but I do believe he will be getting something. Next up, we have Eduardo Nunez on the Boston Red Sox, who is still hitting well after that monstrous hitting streak he had. In his last 7 games, he's hitting .286 with a .333 on base, a slugging of .643 with 3 homers and 8 RBIs. And while he has slowed down from the Ruthian pace he was on, he is still doing very well, and I could see him getting a small upgrade. Our next player is the MLB's newest rookie phenom, and it seems like we have one of these every year, and it is Reece Hopkins of the Philadelphia Phillies. He's been doing extremely well lately, and you'd have to be living under a rock to not have heard of him at least once. Anyways, in his last 7 games, he's hitting .400 with .455 on base, is slugging up over 1,000, 6 home runs, and 16 RBIs, along with 11 home runs ever since he got called up, which was less than a month ago. This kid is going to be very good, and you can see that early on by what he's done in the MLB so far. Next up, we have Byron Buxton from the Minnesota Twins, who actually hit 3 home runs in a game this past week. I don't think anyone thought that would happen anytime soon. But anyways, in his last 7 games, he's hitting .320 with a .346 on base, slugging of .800, 4 homers, and 8 RBIs. Could this possibly be the year that he turns things around? Might be a little late, but we'll have to see next year if he can continue it. But he does deserve an upgrade as he has been hitting the ball very well as of late. Next up, we have Christian Yelich, who I do believe could potentially go diamond. In his last 7, he's hitting .355 with a .444 on base, slugging of .806, 3 homers, and 7 RBIs. And overall, he's just having a really good season. Not many people talk about him because he is on the Miami Marlins, and he's overshadowed by the guy in right field. But Yelich is probably one of the better young ball players, and I feel like he's going to be around for a very long time, and he definitely does deserve a diamond status. Whether he gets it, we have to wait and see, but he's someone you should definitely look out for. And speaking of the guy who overshadowed Christian Yelich, we have Giancarlo Stanton up next, and although he's already a diamond, you know what he's been doing recently, and he definitely will get upgraded even more if he continues to hit like this. In his last 7, he's hitting .406 with a .457 on base, slugging of .969 with 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And he's probably having one of the best hot streaks we've seen in the past decade. I believe he has something like 20 home runs in the last 40 or 50 games. It's absolutely insane. This is the Stanton we all thought we could see if he finally stayed healthy, and he has, and the results are absolutely insane. And our final player is Diamondback starting pitcher Patrick Corbin, who in his last 39 1/3 innings pitched has a 2.52 ERA, along with 42 strikeouts and an opponent's batting average of .238. He struggled at first after coming back from Tommy John, I believe last year or 2 years ago, but he seems to have found himself once again and is pitching very well recently. He's someone you should definitely keep on your radar. I do think he can get upgraded, and I do think he will. Well, that's all I have for you guys for this MLB video. As always, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below letting me know if you have any suggestions for my content, critiques, all stuff like that. And of course, be sure to check out my Twitter and Twitch. Both links will be in the description below. And as always, I'm out. Peace.